Hi, I'm Mike Trainer, and I've been a board game designer for the past 3 years. The game I primarily work on is called Atomica, where players command an alien species fighting for control over a planet. The reason I'm making this video is to show my playtesters what I've been working on for the past 3 years, and also to log any small changes that I make throughout my games. So right now I have Atomica, the base game, and I've made several expansions alongside it. An expansion comes with a bunch of new cards and 4 new species. So right now the developer edition of Atomica has 20 species and 125 cards. So I've spent most of my time creating the new species, balancing them, seeing what works well, seeing what doesn't work well, and generally just making the game more fun for players. But have I been working on anything else? Absolutely. For Atomica's expansions, I didn't just want to add cards and species to the base game. I wanted to add depth and lore, and the way I thought of doing that is to make other board games alongside the expansions. The first game is called Breakout, where everybody has to work together to try to get past obstacles to try and escape from a prison ship. It takes about 15 or 20 minutes to play, and it's full of jokes and lighthearted humor, and it has multiple endings. It has several character backstories. It's one of the more lore-heavy games, but it's also one of the most lighthearted games I've made. I wanted to make Breakout cooperative after Atomica because Atomica is strictly combative, and there's some you can ally with people and trade with people, so in that sense it's collaborative, but I wanted to make a fully collaborative, fully cooperative game. The second expansion game I made, Showdown, is a continuation from the story of Breakout. So the fugitives who escaped from the prison ship land on a planet near an abandoned research facility, and they have to fight against each other and also fight the things that lie inside of the abandoned research facility. So where Breakout was a cooperative game, this game is more player versus environment. Now onto my games that have not been playtested, but I've still been working on over the past 3 years. Voyager takes place before the events of the original game, Atomica, and you are going around the solar system looking for new planets and new species. Whoever discovers the most wins. Outpost delves into the world of the Aphoticans, which is one of the species from the original game Atomica. In Outpost, you're fighting against other players to become the leader of your clan. I designed Outpost to kind of be a miniature version of Atomica, so it should feel pretty familiar for other players. I've also designed 3 games outside of the Atomica universe. 2 of them are drinking games, but they can easily be played without drinking. The first game is called Drunk Stack, which is a card-based team guessing game. One team secretly selects traits, and the other team has to guess which traits the other team selected. The next game is called Booze Run, where you're a college student trying to fulfill orders for your friends back on campus. In this game, when you fulfill orders, you get clout, and you can either spend clout to get more supplies, or you can earn clout and eventually win the game. The last game I'm working on is called Enraged, and it's based in the Destiny universe. Enraged is probably the most ambitious game I'm working on just because there are so many components to the Destiny universe that I want to incorporate in the game. You play as a guardian fighting in a fire team against a raid boss. Hopefully one day it gets picked up by Bungie or something so I can actually use the Destiny imagery. If not, then I'll just make it a different theme. Now let's talk about the lore of Atomica. The lore has received long overdue attention. Each game now has a story with it, so new games add small stories and expansions to the main game Atomica add big stories, and it's all kind of coming together to form a cohesive timeline. People will often ask me, why are these aliens fighting in Atomica? And now, because I've worked on the lore, I have an answer. We're at an interesting point where questions have answers, but they also spawn more questions to be asked. I'm also working a lot on the art in the game. Cards now have symbols and different appearances that make sense instead of just random art placed on the cards. The culture and art of each species has received some attention. It's all pretty exciting. So that's a basic introduction to what I've been working on. Like I said, I'm going to try to make more videos about once a month to detail how my progress is going and what I've been up to. The main takeaway though is that I've been working pretty hard over the past 3 years on all these different games. So you got the main game, Atomica, and then you have Breakout, Showdown, Voyager, and Outpost. So there are 5 Atomica games. And then you also have the non-Atomica universe games, Drunk Stack, Booze Run, and Enraged. In terms of when these games will be done, I'm currently looking for publishing options for Atomica, and Breakout is done as well. I just need to add more lore to the game. Showdown needs to be playtested a little more because I've incorporated a lot of big changes in the past month. Voyager and Outpost need to be playtested, and so do Drunkstack and Booze Run. And then for Enrage, I need to actually finish developing the game. It's mid-development right now, and it's a pretty ambitious project, so hopefully that'll be done soon. Anyway, that's my little introduction. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you tune in later to see what I'm up to in a month.